Hey everybody, it's Conrad here with 2 quick tips for you to help manage your email a little bit and get your life back. Quit living in that inbox. This is a topic that I speak about very regularly, and I hear people say this to me all the time. They say, hey Conrad, I'm spending so much time in my inbox. I spend more time there than I do with my family. Or even I spend so much time in my inbox, I would be so much more productive and get so much more done if I wasn't just inundated with managing email all the time. And I really cringe when I hear those things because there are things we can do about it. It's not so much in the email itself that it is in the way that we deal with it. And time again, I see people choose to receive notifications all day long about things we cannot or will not do anything about right now. So you just need to kind of change how you handle your email a little bit. And one big thing I encourage you to do, and this is my first tip, I'm going to show you how to do this in Gmail. Most of you are probably using Gmail, but whatever your mail client is, you'll be able to find a way to do this. And I can actually post a link below to the instructions for you to do this in Outlook too. But all you're going to do is you're going to click that gear icon in the upper right-hand corner and go to Settings. And once you're on your Gmail settings screen, all you do is you scroll down to where it says Desktop Notifications. And I already have them turned off, but most of you probably have this box checked, the new mail notifications on, which will actually pop up a notification up here in your notification area or down in your system tray if you're using Windows every time you receive a new message. That is not a productive activity, so we're going to just hit mail notifications turned off. Now once you make this change, instead of checking your email and checking your inbox as mail arrives, you're simply going to check it at a set interval. Now I recommend you check your inbox and process the mail that comes in either 5 or 10 minutes out of every hour you spend working. So for every hour you spend in front of your computer, or for every productive hour, just carve out 5 or 10 minutes devoted to processing email that comes in. You'll be a much more productive person for it. Now, those of you who are using Blackberries or Androids or iPhone devices or other smartphones to check your email, do this on your mobile device too. I'm a huge fan of BlackBerry, as most of you know, and I really, it's a huge productivity tool, but those tools that we use to make us productive, they can enslave us just as quickly. So please, follow the instructions that you can find online for disabling email notifications on your BlackBerry, iPhone, or Android, or other smartphone. You do not need to be constantly notified every time you get a message. In fact, I recently read a study that says it takes you 64 seconds to recover once you're interrupted by an email. Now, how many minutes or seconds are you losing just in one day being interrupted by email? It really, really adds up. The second thing I want to show you how to do is get control over mail that comes in regularly, like newsletters or other things that you may choose to get, things that you've subscribed to, maybe things that come from department stores or any place you buy something from online or online marketing. Now, I'm going to I could characterize this mail as being spam, but I use that term kind of carefully. It's not spam if you asked for it, right? Spam is just something that just shows up. Spam is not email that you asked for. Now, just because it's not spam doesn't mean I want to deal with it every day. So even though this is email that I want, I don't necessarily want it to come to my inbox. Now, I work in marketing, so from time to time, it's kind of my job to monitor other people's marketing online, when it comes to email especially, and I will do this for people that are my clients or people I work with regularly, or just other people in the industry whose work I'm a fan of that I want to keep on top of. That doesn't mean I need to get their email every single day. So here's an example. These emails, this is not spam. I subscribe to this and I want it because I work with this person regularly and I value the content that comes in this email. And I'll tell you how I consume these messages. Generally, every couple days, I'll go through and I'll read a couple of them at once. And I might do that on my BlackBerry Playbook while I'm lounging on the couch, and I probably don't do it while I'm sitting in front of my computer working. And what that means is I don't need these messages to come to my inbox. So I'm going to show you how to set up a quick filter in Gmail that will let you take those newsletters or other email marketing that you want to get and kind of cut it out of your inbox right away. So all you need to do is just open a message, and let's assume that this message is in your inbox. And right here next to the reply button, you're going to see this little more arrow, and I'm going to just go down to filter messages like this. Normally it's going to set up the filter based on who sent the message, which is fine in this case. So we're going to choose create a filter with this search. And there's a couple key things that you need to do here. First, you need to say I'm going to skip the inbox, which means archive it right away. And now I'm going to give it a certain label so I could find it. So in this case, I've set up a label for this particular sender, and I've labeled it as marketing, and the sublabel is drone, which is his name, Jason Drone. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up that filter so that all those messages bypass my inbox and they all go to one place. That way when I'm ready to read them, they're all right there. Now, if this is messages that you get regularly, it'll also be smart to check this little box that says, also apply this filter to the remaining conversations in my inbox. Now, once you go ahead and create that filter, from now on, those messages are going to totally bypass your inbox, and they'll be set up as their own separate tag right here along the side. Very convenient, very easy. If you don't already have a tag, to create a new tag, all you need to do is click on that little tag button right there and hit create new. And this will allow you to create a new label very quickly and very easily. I encourage you to do that with all of the email marketing or newsletters or things you get regularly that you value and that you do want. Now, if there is junk mail that you're receiving every day that at one time maybe you wanted but you no longer do, you should unsubscribe from it. Legally, all email marketing does require to give a way for you to unsubscribe. So in this case, I'm going to come down here to the bottom of this message and look for links that say change my messaging settings, change my notification settings, unsubscribe, manage my subscription. Look for anything that says that. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose to unsubscribe, keep me unsubscribed from this, or unsubscribe me from everything. There we go. Hit update. We're good. Some of these things will ask you if you want to mark this message as spam. Now remember, spam is not email that you don't want anymore. Spam is email that you never asked to come to you. So there is a difference. So please, from someone who's in the internet marketing space, if it's mail that you did subscribe to and no longer want, simply unsubscribe and they won't email you again. Most of these people, they're not shady people. And unless you tell them, hey, I don't want this, they don't know any better. So just hit unsubscribe, tell them you don't want it. Don't mark it as spam if it's something that you did ask for at one point. Just because you don't want it anymore doesn't make it spam. So please don't mark it as spam unless it truly came to you completely unwarranted. So those are my top 2 tips for getting control over your inbox. I'll definitely have more in a longer series. This is something people ask me about all the time, and I love to offer you these tips. Hopefully it'll make you more productive and give you a little bit more time in the day so you can spend time doing what you should be doing or would rather be doing rather than managing your email. Thanks for watching. You can comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends, and we'll have more email tips right here at the ConradFlynn.com blog.